Um, our sponsors who are here, KCB, and the representative of Vivo Energy, Mark Mutunji, my president-elect, Honorable James Akena, the members of the press, members of the executive, the clerk of the course, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think that I had, well, it is the MC that has really given me this opportunity. The Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally. This event has an over 25-year history in this country. The Pearl came to Uganda in 1996. And at that time, it was kind of, back in the day, it was very difficult for a country to be on the ARC circuit. And at the time, Burundi was organizing the Great Lakes Rally. But in 1996, there was political turmoil in Burundi. And the event was threatened. So what happened is, Uganda at the time did not have this event. Was not the ARC. There were countries like Kenya, Zambia, South Africa. But the leadership of motorsport in Uganda at the time applied to the FIA to help Burundi organize the Great Lakes Rally in Uganda. And the Federation of Motorsports in Burundi agreed to bring the event and co-organize it from Uganda. But when we organized it very well, Uganda said, wow, it is possible. We applied for a candidate. And in 1997, we organized our first candidate event on the ARC circuit, which was very successful, and that is how the Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally gets born in Uganda. Since that time, we have been organizing this event. And there's been so many winners of this particular event. And with that brief history, I don't think I need to go to divulge into the various winners' date. Uganda had its fair share of the winners, but in the past few months, past few years, we've had winners from Kenya, Manville, I think, giving us a hat trick. Jimmy White is a guy who, I remember I once interviewed Jimmy White, and he said that what brings him to Uganda is the uniqueness of our fans. At the time we used to rally, the circuit used to be in Rubiri. And I remember him telling me that when he's driving, it's as if the fans are looking down on him from Rubiri and they are cheering. And that thrill, he never found anywhere in any other country. And that motivated him to always come back to Uganda. Our fans continue to be unique, and that cannot be taken for granted. And that's what gives us the government recognition. That's what gives us the FIA recognition as motorsport in Uganda being unique. I welcome, through you, Mr. MC, I welcome Mr. Katende David from the National Council of Sports. And at the same time, I would like to use this opportunity to invite my president, but for this particular event, the event manager of this event, Honorable Jimmy Akena, to take us through his preparation for the event. Honorable.
Allow me to thank the General Secretary of the Federation of Motorsports Clubs of Uganda. I would also like to thank all the executive members and members of the various clubs who've come here to be part of the official launch of Uganda's premier motorsports event in our calendar year. The Pearl of Africa is a great event in that it brings together our competitors plus also some of the best on the continent. And since this has been a premier event for a number of years, I am proud to have the opportunity to benefit from the experience and the work which has been put into it. I thank the team who have worked previously, and I want to thank the outgoing executive for all the support they've given us to make sure this event goes ahead. I also appreciate the cooperation we've had across the clubs, across all sectors to come through. And my special appreciation today goes to the KCB for standing with us in this event and for unveiling a great package which goes towards both the hosting and the support to the drivers who are going to participate in this event. In my own personal capacity, I don't have much to say, but to continue assuring that we are going to do our level best to make sure that this event lives up to its billing as our biggest event in the calendar year. And on my own behalf and on behalf of the team, I thank all of you for coming out, and let us enjoy a very successful Pearl as we move ahead. Thank you very much.
Our sponsors here, the President-elect and the Executive, FMU, the Chairman, the Organizing Committee, Pearl of Africa Rally 2024. We are happy to see you all here. We are hoping to have a very good experience of the Pearl of Africa Rally here. It's a place where men, women come to showcase what we have in form of talent. We're only appealing to the sponsors down here to lend us a hand so that we can go all out. We thank you very much.
Of ceremonies, our double president, but newly elected president for FMU, Honorable James Akena, the new members of FMU, members of the Motorsports Fraternity, members of the organizing committee of the Pearl of Africa Rally, our partners in force movement, members of the First Estate, good morning. Allow me, first of all, to take this moment to congratulate FMU for the various achievements that they have been able to register in the recent past, but also allow me to use this opportunity to recognize the people who make things happen and make things be the way we want them in terms of giving support to our programs, the sponsors, but in this case, I can see notable sponsors. And I cannot fail to mention that SCB seems to be seriously partnering with FMU to make this event happen. I also want to congratulate the other members of the private sector who have always come in and given a hand to our different sport disciplines, but in this particular one, motorsport. As government, the Pearl of Africa Rally is not a mini event. To us, this is a major event. And this is the biggest event, motorsport event, on the calendar as far as we are concerned. Its impacts are not only local, they are regional and international. So we take it as a very, very important motorsport event for Uganda. Like its name says, It is the Pearl of Africa Rally. Now we say Pearl of Africa Rally, that means it is for the Pearl of Africa. And the Pearl of Africa is not any other entity, but that entity is called Uganda. So this is our prime event, which is a mover of many things. It is an economic catalyst. It is a promoter of sports tourism. It's a driver of many of our businesses, and is one of those men that give us those historical, joyous moments when we come to watch this event. So I would want to thank, therefore, the organizers of this event. That thank you for accepting to take lead to organize this event. And we expect that you are going to give us the best of that you can for everybody to remember 2024 Pearl of Africa Rally as one of those notable events that we have hosted in the country. We as government, we have the trust in the team that was constituted to run this event, and we think it is going to be one of our best this year. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noted, FMU is going through a number of changes, and I think these changes for the best or better. We would want to imagine that let this event, which is coming at the stepping in of a new leadership team, be the best ever organized event for the new team. We want to see the leadership proving to ourselves, to us, that actually it's not going to be business as usual, but it is business with an extra input. I want to believe that the leadership of this federation, under the stewardship of a seasoned leader, is going to lead us to the right level of performance and the right level of achievement. As government, we commit to support FMU activities, and as you may be in the know, motorsport today is one of those priority sports for Uganda. And for that matter, it is one of those that we have hyped in terms of financial support, and I want to promise that we shall continue to give you that kind of support. Our message is we want to see stability. We want to see good governance. We want to see progress. We want to see constitutionalism in place. And remember, as we speak now, we have a new sports law in place. I'd want to advise and request that the new leadership takes time, first of all, to understand this law. Secondly, go ahead to implement the provisions of this law. Where you don't comply with this law, the law will take its course. And don't regret when the law decides on the other side. I want finally to thank the members of the First Estate. Thank you for always promoting all our sports disciplines, but today in promoting motor sport, and particularly the Pearl of Africa Rally. I want to use this same opportunity to call on other private partners and players to join hands with FMU to move forward its sports agenda. With those many but few remarks, I want to thank everybody. Thank you for turning up. Let's have the best ever Pearl of Africa Rally. Thank you.
That will be available. Once again, KCB, 80 million Uganda shillings to the Federation of Motorsport Clubs of Uganda for the Pearl of Africa Rally 2024, and 60 million Uganda shillings for the drivers, their crew of Oscar Ntambi.